Guys, wonders shall never end. Is this Real Madrid? Is this the same Real Madrid that Man City and Semenyo are going to face in the UCL round of 16? Today, they lost to Getafe by 1-0. Let me just say this because it might sound very crazy. The last time Getafe beat Real Madrid was way back in 2009. For the first time in over 15 years, they beat Real Madrid again in the Spanish La Liga by 1-0. It will interest you to know that Real Madrid have lost back-to-back games in the Spanish La Liga. Their last game they played before today's game was against Osasuna. They lost by 2-1. Today, they lost by 1-0 against Getafe. And it has affected them when you check the Spanish La Liga table. Barcelona sits on top with 64 points. Second is Real Madrid with 60 points. 4-point difference. 4-point difference. I'm going to be realistic here. It is over for Real Madrid. When it comes to winning the Spanish La Liga, it is over. They are not in the conversation anymore. It is Barcelona's trophy to lose. As simple as that. I'm shocked. As someone who wants to see how Semenyo is going to play against Real Madrid, I sat and watched this game and I was disappointed. I'm just going to be very honest. Very disappointed in this Real Madrid team. Which kind of performance was that? What kind of performance was that? Look, I'm going to give credit to Getafe because defensively, they were disciplined. Defensively, they played very well. They were well structured and well organized. Real Madrid, I don't know what was going on. Getafe had a single chance in the game and they utilized it. Real Madrid had numerous and multiple chances in the game, and what did they do? They squandered it. What was all that? I'm even surprised. Like, if you had told me before the game that Getafe were going to win, I would have called you a madman. That is the honest truth. I would have called you a madman. I was like, what are you saying? Do you know the last time Getafe beat Real Madrid? I would have been giving you statistics and co. But yeah, it has been broken. For the first time in over 15 years, Getafe has caused disrupt the whole world. Investors are crying. Investors, those who invested money are crying. 1 up, swerve. Over 1.5, swerve. All because of Real Madrid. This is crazy. Like, I did not expect it. Back-to-back games in the Spanish La Liga and you're losing it. Look, today it was just clear that when it comes to the offensive aspect of Real Madrid, I felt like they did not even create too much. You are playing against Getafe and you can't create a lot of chances. Let me tell you this about their statistics, because the statistics is going to give you at least a clear picture of how that game went, for especially those who did not watch that game, because I'm surprised. They just let it go. Simply like that. This game was madness. Now, let's talk about the statistics very, very quickly. Expected goals in that game. Real Madrid, 1.57 XG. That means that when it comes to expected goals, Madrid should have had at least 1 goal in the game. But they were not able to score a single goal. Expected goals for Getafe was 0.5. They managed to score 1 goal. You understand what I'm trying to say? This Real Madrid team today, they were just playing some way. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to lie to you. Possession, Real Madrid had possession. I mean, what else do you expect? They had the possession 77% as to 23% of Getafe. Look, Getafe were content with that 1 goal. All they had to do is manage that game, defend very well, and take it to the end. As simple as that. And they did it very well. Total shots, Real Madrid 18, Getafe 9. Shot on target, Real Madrid 7, Getafe 3. Big chance created, Real Madrid 5. You created 5 chances, big chances in a game, and you're not able to convert 1. Look, if Man City meets the Real Madrid that played today, don't be surprised if you see a scoreline like 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. It might look like a crazy scoreline. You'll be like, oh, it's not going to happen. But imagine it was today, Real Madrid playing against Man City with this kind of performance. Just tell me how the scoreline would have been. Look at that performance. Just look at that performance. Abysmal performance from Real Madrid. Look, I'm shocked though. I am shocked. I'm like, this is the Real Madrid. Look, if someone not catch this Real Madrid, don't cry, oh. Don't cry. Because this is the Real Madrid someone is going to meet. Some may know use them for record. I'm telling you. Some may know use this kind of Real Madrid for record. Or the pasa record. This is crazy. This statistics alone should tell you how that game went. And I'm surprised myself. But then the biggest highlight of that game was what happened in the extra time, that last 4 minutes. 2 red cards. Which kind of game is this? 2 red cards in the dying minute. Dying minute plus. Look, let me just explain it to you. What was happening was just crazy. So, Vinicius Jr. got a yellow card. Carreras got a yellow card. Master Tuano. He got a red card. Red card. And also another player from Getafe who is called Liso got a red card. Like, that game in the last 4 minutes was just total chaos. And after the game, you could see how dramatic that, I don't know, like what was happening. And I know when you go on social media, it has to do with officiating. You understand? I'm not going to stand here as if I have a referee license. I don't have a referee license. But when you watch that game, look, even if the officiating did not go the way of Real Madrid has enough quality and enough firepower to be winning this game. There are no excuses. No, you can't make excuse for this kind of performance saying referee this, referee this. No. Look, I'm wearing a Man City jersey talking about this game because I know how the game in the UCL is going to be like when Real Madrid plays against Man City. It is going to be a very beautiful game to watch. But today my expectations were dropped. It was below what I was expecting from Real Madrid. I did not enjoy that game. I was hoping for goals. It did not give me that. What I saw was drama. Vinicius and his drama. Yeah, you know, sometimes we like the drama and enjoy it. But after the game, it was total chaos. Vinicius clashing heads with other players from Getafe. It was not easy. Drama all around. You understand my point? Drama all around. And it's like, I understand from the standpoint of Vinicius, but you see, always people just want to pick on him. That is the honest truth. People feel like he likes to talk too much. I understood the reason why he was complaining. The officiating, he felt like it did not go their way. I kind of watched that game and I think 1 or 2 things did not go their way. But as I said, they had enough quality and also they had enough chances in that game to have won this game without even talking about referee issues. Look at that second half and the chances they had. So many glorious chances. When Rodrigo came into that game, just look at the chances they had. So many chances. So many. Not being able to convert those ones. Look, don't go and fight the referee because it makes no sense. After the game, what else? Those fights do not lead to anything. You understand? They just make people criticize you. You understand my point? But look, honestly, I watched that game and I'm shocked. I'm surprised that Real Madrid lost. And I know investors are not happy. Investors are not happy. Over 1.5, swerve. 1 up, swerve. They are not happy because Real Madrid is just spoiling their slips. Back-to-back games in the Spanish La Liga, and they have lost all. It's just crazy. You are losing against Barcelona, Getafe. These are games you should be winning. These are games you should be winning comfortably. You see them play against Man City and they'll be playing like prime Real Madrid team. I'm telling you, look, in the UCL, I know they will play differently. They will play like they are possessed. That is how they'll be playing. That is the honest truth. As much as I look at their performance today, I'm like, okay, you see, if they are going to perform exactly the same way against Man City, Semenyo is going to punish them. But I know this Real Madrid team, when they are playing the UCL, they play differently. They play like they are possessed by some spirits. That is the honest truth. But honestly, today it was very poor. More or less, they have given the key to Barcelona to win the league. As simple as that. And they might end up going trophyless this season because the way they are performing is very, very bad. So guys, I'm going to end here. Let me know what you think about all this down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, goodbye.